I guess instead of being Irish, it must be Italian blood because I always use my hands. And I had my hand out like this, and you may notice I got a paper clip here, and because my button's off. And I must have been wearing the same shirt, and my sleeve was open. And I was talking away, and I got finished with my questions, and I stopped. And this is honest to goodness truth. My mom called from Wilmington to Washington. The phone rings in Washington. She said, "Joey, I've been watching you on TV." And I said, "Well, yeah, Mom, but what's the matter?" And she said, "Joey, would you do me a favor?" And I said, "Sure, Mom." She said, "Honey, button your sleeve. It's embarrassing." True story. And it seems to me, whether or not you're talking about Latin America...
Joe Biden has represented Delaware for 12 years in the U.S. Senate, where he's earned the respect of his colleagues for the way he represents Delaware.
All right, no, I'll let you finish your game, and then I'll play...
Joe Biden clearly enjoys his job. His effectiveness ranges between issues of local and national concern. Biden represents leadership more concerned with the future of Delaware and America than with ideologies of the past.
How are you?
On the big issues of budget and arms control, Biden's been offering innovative solutions for over a decade.
Thank you.
He has fought for fairer taxes and lowered budget deficits. He's been a member of the Senate Budget Committee since it was formed and has called for both a constitutional amendment on the budget to limit government spending and a bipartisan budget freeze. Bipartisan. That's a key word to Joe Biden. His solutions are always based on how to solve the problem, not on which political party wants what.
Who's this one you got with you? Me? What's your name?
Me.
Much of what Biden has accomplished in Washington has emerged as a result of his strong commitment to family.
You gonna wait for Dad to... What? Come on, quick. Tell him. So long. Quick. Quick. Put Mrs. Ryan, quick.
I'll pick you up at school.
Biden is one of the few members of the U.S. Senate who lives at home but works in Washington. It makes sense to Joe Biden because it gives him more time to be near the people he represents. This was a special day in Senator Biden's office. One of his sons had brought his class to the Capitol for a visit.
I'll never forget when I had to stand up to make my first speech in the United States Senate. And I stood up, and I was fine, didn't think anything of it, until all of a sudden I realized I was standing next to the desk that Daniel Webster spoke from. The desk I now sit in, President John Kennedy sat in. His desk. His name is carved in my desk. You know, senators are like kids. You have school desks, and you open up your desk, and on the lid of the desk, people carve their names. But, pardon me? Yeah, I carved my name in it. I did. Isn't that funny? That almost embarrassing. Here I am now, 40 years old, I carved my name in the desk.
Biden understands that government must play an important role in making sure that America's strength in the world is based on a sound economy at home.
It seems to me, if we're going to go into the 21st century as the strongest nation in the world, there's got to be a new relationship among management, labor, and government. Right. And encourage and increase Japanese imports at a time when you, management and labor, are redefining the relationship to build a better automobile. In fact, I think it's a tragic mistake. Unless we're able to compete worldwide and be the leader, I don't know how we can be a world power going into the 21st century. When I was here, the standard was, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And now we got candidates running for president saying, are you better off today than you were yesterday? I mean, what kind of standard is that for this country to repair to? That's the change I sense the most since I left here. But I really think that just because, you know, our heroes like John Kennedy were murdered, that they've really misjudged us just because they've been murdered. Doesn't mean that that hope doesn't still live buried deep in the broken hearts of tens of thousands of people who are just ready, if someone asks them, step forward. I really think so. I hope you think that way.
Delaware's Joe Biden, father, neighbor, senator, leader.